Hey guys, Q here for the Button Smashers. Yes, I know everyone has already covered this topic. It's pretty much all over the internet. It happened on Saturday and I did plan to cover it today. I initially planned to cover it today. I wasn't going to cover it on Saturday because of the fact that it was Saturday and the way in which the news was broken. I wasn't too sure if more information would come out on Monday, so I was like, I'm going to wait till Monday, and then if nothing comes out, then I'm going to just talk about it then. And so we're talking about Censorship cargo base renewal. If you haven't seen the title of the video or whatever, it's going to be written there somewhere. And the thing is that on Saturday, XSEED Games announced that they are sort of, what's the right word I want to use? They're delaying the release for Censorship cargo base renewal. And so on their Twitter, they just released this image, because how I found out about it was I saw a notification on my Google sort of now thing. And that was how I found out about it, because usually we get an email about stuff like this, but somehow that didn't happen. And I don't have notifications switched on for XSEED on Twitter. Well, I didn't at that point in time. But basically the thing is that I didn't know any sort of like news was going to be broken on a Saturday, because that never really happens. It's Saturday. No one's really in their office on Saturday doing anything or breaking any important news like this. This is something that you'd find in a press release. This is something that they would write up an email on a Monday or Friday and send out to press, and then we'd have it. That didn't happen. It happened on Saturday, and I don't really work on a Saturday. That's one. And two, the other thing is that, well, I don't think anyone expected this to be the definitive information that we get on it so far. I thought we were like, everyone would expect like, okay, Monday would come along and they'd have a full press release with more information and all that kind of stuff. But it's Monday and there's no more information. No, we're just talking about Censorship cargo base renewal, about the fact that the game has been delayed, and the remaster for it, which is the version of it that is coming out for the North American and I believe European regions. And so basically the thing is that PlayStation, or Sony, the company that owns PlayStation, they've basically said they don't want the intimacy mode in the PlayStation 4 version of the game. And so, as you'd expect, XSEED Games are gonna have to take that out of the game. Now the thing is that most likely, I don't think Sony actually told them like, here's what, take this out. I think they probably said, hey, we're gonna not have this in our online store for digital purchases, or maybe it got a different rating or whatever have you, that it didn't feel like it was comfortable to put it in the online store, and for that reason they were like, well, we're gonna have to take this out of the PlayStation 4 version. Now the thing is, the game is coming for PlayStation 4 and Steam, so the Steam version is going to have that mode. That mode is going to be intact. Now for those of you that don't know what intimacy mode is, that's the mode in Censorship cargo. Usually it's usually in the changing room where you dress your characters and put on their clothes, and then you can get like really close to them and you can do groping stuff and spray water in them and all that kind of stuff in that mode. That's the mode they're taking out. So it's not a big thing. So for those on PlayStation 4, it's not like you're losing anything huge, but it is still kind of sad that they're taking that out. That's the thing that they're like, oh my god, we're gonna take this out of Censorship cargo. This is kind of what Censorship cargo is. It's a P-Life game. But anyway, they're taking that out of the PlayStation 4 version, and it's going to remain in the PC version. For those of you who want to keep that mode, who want to be able to access that mode, then you're going to probably want to get a PC version for sure. I mean, for me personally, when it comes to the point in time where we're going to review this title, I am going to be like, yeah, I want the PC version. Honestly speaking, I'm just like, I want the PC version, because I mean, for me, the PC version is where it's at. Now the thing is that I'm hopeful both versions come out at the same exact time, because usually when it comes to games like these, the PC version usually comes out after the PlayStation 4 version. So we get a PlayStation 4 version like this month, and then we get a PC version like a couple months later. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen with this, and we actually get both versions at the exact same time. So it's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to review the PC version, well, the PS4 version, and then the PC version later. That's usually not, it's usually cool, I'm fine with that, but I usually prefer if I can get both versions one time, so I can do one review. I can just play both versions and be like, okay, PS4 version, PC version, this is the purchase, the upside, the downside, because then when it comes to updating a review, sometimes people don't go and see the updated version, or sometimes they don't see the previous version and it just kind of sucks. So, and you can see that from our review for, I think it was Fate. There's a Fate game that I reviewed. There's an older version of the review, and then there's an updated version for, we played on 2 different platforms, basically getting PC and PlayStation 4, and one of them didn't do too well compared to the other one. So you'd expect that people would go back and forth between them, but that doesn't really happen. People already have whichever version they want and they just stick to it. So that's it, that's the news. The thing is that Censorship cargo base renewal is not going to come with the intimacy mode on the PlayStation 4 version. The Steam version is going to have that mode, And so yeah, that's basically it. They're looking for the sharing the release date at a later date, so we don't know when it's coming out. Last we knew it was supposed to come out fall, which I was kind of expecting it for this month, like October. But we don't know what the new release date is going to be. My estimate, I'm thinking maybe November, because they just have to take out one mode, really. And it's one mode in the changing room mode, so it shouldn't really affect the gameplay itself. Like because most of Censorship categories is like the combat and you're fighting and all that kind of stuff. So I think they're gonna just have to remove that mode, that one mode. I don't know how hard it is to remove it, but I'm thinking maybe November. Maybe November we get this. I want to say maybe early to mid-November, like maybe November the 7th to around I don't know, maybe the 15th or something. That's kind of where I'm seeing it. Again, I don't know. I don't have any sort of like inside knowledge from XSEED because we didn't get an email specifying anything, basically. That's the thing. So I'm gonna have to cover that a bit later. I'm gonna have to cover a lot of information about this game later. I know a lot of you are wondering, you know, like what is the game like? What is how does it feel? The controls, all these sort of things. I'm gonna cover those things later. The one thing I can say for those of you that are curious and want to know more stuff, that maybe stuff that don't end up in videos here on the channel, follow my podcast. That Beautiful Life is the name of the podcast. Follow the podcast. It's on iTunes. I believe it's on Acast and pretty much most other podcast applications. If you don't find on your preferred podcast application, then leave it in the comments and let me know, and we'll try to get it on there. But basically, it should be on pretty much everything, and so you can listen to it. And usually, I talk about those sort of stuff on the podcast before it even makes it into a video. Like sometimes it's months before it even makes it into a video. So check that out. For example, I've spoken about Cinder and Cargo Reflections on there, and there's no review for Cinder and Cargo Reflections on the website. And there's a reason why there's no review up yet of it. That's a yet. I am going to put up a review at some point. But the thing is that there is a reason why. And I've spoken about it on the podcast. So you guys can go check out That Beautiful Life. It will cover all that good stuff. Anywho, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to get some more videos up this week. Also go and subscribe to our second channel, which is Simply Otaku. There should be some kind of annotation or something. I'm going to leave it in the end card for this video as well. So basically, go subscribe to Simply Otaku so you can, you know, check out our anime stuff, because we're going to have more videos coming up on there soon. And of course, you can subscribe to here if you're not already subscribed, so you can get more gaming related content. And yeah, hit the bell icon, all that kind of blah blah bloops. And I'll see you guys in the next one.